A slave trader smugly pulled out a foreign gun, aiming it at a bespectacled samurai. The samurai, showing curiosity rather than fear, carefully examined the weapon's mechanism. "Not a Japanese pistol," he observed. "A European design, isn't it? You pit your bull against my blade. You don't deserve my blade. You don't even deserve this blade." It turned out the samurai merely wanted to trace the weapon's origin, hoping to find his enemy. Awestruck by the samurai's chivalrous demeanor, a portly man named Kobayashi quit his restaurant job on the spot, packed his bags, and decided to follow this extraordinary warrior. However, the samurai had no intention of taking on a sidekick. The samurai was named Mezu. He wore glasses only to conceal his unusual blue eyes. In the isolationist Edo period, half foreigners like him faced severe discrimination. Years earlier, a young blue-eyed Mezu was being bullied by a group of children when a meteorite fell from the sky. A blacksmith, delighted by the meteorite's radiant blue glow, saw it as a treasure. Mezu helped the old man carry it home. The blacksmith was a renowned swordsmith. Known for his unique requirement, every samurai seeking his craftsmanship had to demonstrate their swordsmanship before he would forge a weapon for them. Mezu not only learned forging techniques from the old man, but also secretly mastered various swordsmanship styles. Based on a name he got from the slave trader, Heiji Shintang, Mezu arrived in Kyoto, searching for the Shintang dojo. On a bridge, he passed a princess named Akemi, who was troubled by her impending arranged marriage. Her father, the lord of Kyoto, was forcing her into a political alliance, while she was secretly in love with a samurai named Taiichi. Meanwhile, Mezu reached the Shintang dojo, but as a nobody, he couldn't get an audience with the master. 3 students were about to throw him out. "Face my shin, do you?" One sneered. "It's trash." Icily defeated. "Yeah," another added. "No, it is also trash." Just then, Heiji Shintang, who had been out enjoying himself, arrived. Taiichi, the dojo's instructor, was notified that an unknown samurai was causing trouble and was ordered to intervene. Mezu looked up and recognized Taiichi as one of the children who had bullied him years ago. Taiichi was now a celebrated swordsman, undefeated in 24 duels. Mezu drew his 3-foot-long blade. After a moment of tense silence, their swords clashed, sparks flying. Taiichi's powerful block sent Mezu flying back 10 meters. Thinking he had easily won, Taiichi turned away triumphantly. But then, Mezu calmly removed the heavy iron weights strapped to his limbs. The real battle was about to begin. Taiichi launched a white cloud cover, a powerful downward strike. "Please, turn around," Mezu said. The master of the Shintang dojo had appeared and was watching in stunned silence. Mezu asked him the whereabouts of his black market merchant brother, Heiji Shintang. The master told him that Heiji was on Tanabe Island, a heavily guarded place, virtually impossible for an ordinary person to access. Mezu nodded and was about to leave when the defeated Taiichi cursed at him, calling him the same old dog from his childhood. 1 cut, 5 kills. In the freezing cold, Mezu found a secluded hot spring. He took off his clothes, stitched his wounds in the water, and began to meditate. Suddenly, a noise startled him. Mezu grabbed his sword, ready to fight. Unexpectedly, Kobayashi, who had been searching for his master, stumbled upon the scene and saw Mezu's female body. "Peaches!" he exclaimed. At the same time, the master of the Shintang dojo arrived at his brother Heiji Shintang's residence, informing him that a formidable samurai was looking for him. A mysterious figure in the shadows ordered, "Send the 4 Fangs after this samurai." The 4 Fangs, a group of assassins, arrived at Kobayashi's father's restaurant, seeking information about the samurai Mezu. When some customers complained about the noise, the assassins silenced them permanently with their blades. Meanwhile, Princess Akemi was consoling the defeated Taiichi. His newly shaved Mediterranean hairstyle, she assured him, was the latest trend among the nobility. To help Taiichi recover from his defeat and consummate their relationship before her father could force her into marriage, the princess and Taiichi engaged in some passionate activity. Fueled by his renewed vigor, Taiichi resolved to find Mezu and reclaim his honor. At the same time, the chattering Kobayashi followed Mezu, attempting to threaten him with a knife, before Mezu prepared to head to Tanabe Island alone. At the city gate, Mezu tried to bribe the guards for passage, but the man ahead of him was caught and arrested. Just as Mezu was about to slip away, he aroused the guards' suspicion. Suddenly, Kobayashi appeared and created a distraction, calling Mezu his apprentice, though noting he was a bit thick. The two arrived at the Mibo port and found a boat to take them to Tanabe Island. However, due to a grand nude festival that day, they had to wait until the next day. Years ago, a man filled with hatred had asked the blacksmith to forge a deadly sword for him. Seeking revenge for his father's death, the blacksmith entrusted the task to Mezu, explaining that the crucial final step was the quenching. However, due to a lack of inner purity, Mezu failed to control the temperature, and the blade shattered upon cooling. The blacksmith had foreseen this. He realized that the man had the hands of a ruthless killer and gave the task to the Mizu, preventing the killer from obtaining his desired weapon. Meanwhile, Akimi's father had invited her potential marriage partner to Kyoto. Reluctantly, she dressed in lavish attire. At the meeting, she learned that her suitor was an envoy from the shogun of the Edo shogunate, seeking a second wife for the shogun's second son. Impressed by Akimi's beauty, the envoy presented numerous betrothal gifts. However, there was a condition. She would have to dye her teeth black upon marrying into the shogun's family. Afterward, Akimi tearfully pleaded with her father, expressing her desire to marry the samurai Taichi. Unsurprisingly, her politically ambitious father flatly refused. Left with no choice, the independent-minded Akimi, accompanied by her loyal servant Lao Guan, set out to find Taichi. Mizu, about to rise and observe the festivities below, was suddenly attacked from behind. The Four Fangs assassins had arrived. Seeing the attacker's aggressive approach, Mizu leaped onto the staggered platforms of the cliffside. The assassins followed, surrounding him. Mizu swiftly retaliated, killing one assassin with a backhanded strike. Then, with a leap, he severed the arms of a second. In the blink of an eye, 2 assassins were down. The leader of the Fangs threw 2 flying blades. Mizu blocked the first, but the second struck him, sending him plummeting toward the cliff's edge. Unfazed, Mizu performed a handstand under the setting sun. With a final burst of strength, he launched himself forward, intercepting the falling assassin midair. However, the injured Mizu lost his balance. The assassin leader approached, drawing his sword. Mizu was shocked to see that the assassin wielded the broken sword he had once forged for the vengeful killer years ago. The killer, grinning, removed his mask. Beneath the setting sun, waves crashed against the rocks. Swords clashed.